Update, guys. Any of you that's using these batteries, I found out from Doug Deals on eBay. Um, they've been sitting in storage for quite a while. They've got that listed on the website too somewhere. They're not guaranteeing the capacity anymore. When I sent them an email, they responded back and because of well, I came across a problem. I had 10 cells that were 0 volts or 0.2 volts in one box of 10. So I sent them an email. They responded back and said they normally charge the batteries when they come in because they're dead. I don't know how they're charging them, and whether they're actually charging them the way they're supposed to or not, they didn't say. And that's constant current. So after my first battery pack, I went to working on my second one. When I hit that box of 10, it was almost 0 volts. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Remember, they responded back with that email and said they charge these batteries when they first get them. They didn't say how, they just said they charge them. So what I've been doing from that email on is discharging immediately, straight out of the box, down to 2 volts, and then charging. This second package took quite a while. It could be a coincidence, but I don't know. It's really hard to say. But that immediate discharge and then put them on charge, I had to change how I was charging down to half of an amp, and I also had to drop down to 100 milliamp instead of 150. These batteries, some of them, not all, but some, will hit 150 milliamp and hang there for up to 20 hours. Yeah, I've got one on charge right now that's been on charge since about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And it's 5 after 2 now. So, there you go. See what's it down to now. 100 milliamp. It's good to go. 3.65 volts. You can do 3.7 volts if your charger is a little bit funny, but they do need to be charged under constant current. My newest little project with my 3D printer. Yeah, check it out. I haven't put this board on here yet. I've got another one of these sitting over there, charging that one that's been on charge for about 24 hours now. These cells, oh, look at that. 2 of them's charged. Oh, nice. Anyway, they're pretty much fully charged after they hit the 100 milliamp mark. If you want to let them go down farther than that, then hey, no problem. 3.7 volts is safe, but I wouldn't do it every single time. 3.65 is recommended. Matter of fact, that's the normal. But I've got these that are finicky as all get out. They will not set at 3.65 volts for nothing. So I just got annoyed and I'm like, oh, okay, fine. 3.7 volts, half of an amp. That'll work. And I've got these batteries. I'm still getting a few stragglies at around 1200, but this time around for my second battery pack, instead of getting in the range of 12 to 14 mostly out of 48 cells, I got a lot less range because of the discharge, charge, and then capacity test. I ended up with more over the 1400 and a few stragglies that are hitting around 12, and about 2% out of 48 cells that come up about 10 or 11. But I'm gonna 3D print a box. I've got some tools that's got some dead batteries. I'll use those for that. But alright, so just for a recap, discharge immediately on the box of 10 when you take them out. Recharge half of an amp down to 100 milliamp or less. They will get hot, don't worry about that. And you'll have some that'll definitely just absolutely warm up. But if you're charging at 1 amp and you hit that cell that wants to be a little stubborn charging, it's really going to heat up. You'll have to drop it back whether you want to or not. It's been pretty much safe. I've charged up another battery pack and I think plus 10 cells, and I'm just leaving them in the charger. If you freak out because they're getting hot and you take them out and let them cool for a while, you may end up losing capacity. I'm really more happy with some of the results that I got out of this second go around, because, well, they charged them. You get them, you discharge, so that's one cycle, and then you charge again, and then capacity test. So that's what, 2 to 3? I guess you could say 3 altogether. But just keep in mind, half of an amp down to 100 milliamps, no less. If you cut it off at 150 or higher, you may not get the capacity that you actually want. And from what I've seen, after they go through that initial stage, even on the cells that took like forever to charge, I mean ever, up to 36 hours, I've seen a few of them do that. After you discharge test them and charge them back, they're not like that again. I have tested several like that. That's partly why it's took me 2 weeks to get my next battery pack together. I'm about 100 cells in out of 320. But time for me to go, YouTubers. I've got some wiring to do on a new battery pack. Have a good one.